All right, I had to go over there and go live on Instagram. What's up? It's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. I got a special guest here with me today, my homeboy Preme, and we about to chat it up.
Yeah, back again, like I never left. You know what I mean? Salute, happy holidays. Salute to everybody that see this at the New Year's and all that. I won't be here, so I'm saying what up now. Salute to everybody that's going to handle their, resolutions and all that. And keep it positive. Drink more water. Mind your business. And spread love where it's needed if you're getting it reciprocated. You know what I mean? Word up. Other than that,
Yo,
I
what's up,
don't
Matt
know.
Ritchie? How you doing?
Salute, Matt. Salute.
All right. So, the video is about the boys getting over on hardworking people. You know what I'm saying? I'm along it real quick so people can get an idea of what we about right now.
Yeah, no
Wonder
doubt.
why people despise cops? Has it ever crossed your mind why so many of us are afraid of cops? Is there a particular reason that cops are called road pirates? And still waiting for all those good cops to arrest those few bad apples we keep hearing about? Well, to answer these questions and more, let's take a look at this investigative report as they revisit the police extortion practices of a small town in America called Brookside, Alabama.
Traffic tickets can generate serious cash for cities across the country. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. In Georgia, civil rights experts believe state law enables cash-strapped cities to use their officers to generate revenue. At the expense of trust its departments from boosting budgets with fines from traffic citations.
Investigative reporter Andy Parati takes an in-depth look at what they did to rein in the practice.
Alarming claims in the town of Brookside, allegations of illegal policing and racial profiling.
You want me to explain this to you?
Brookside's police chief resigned after allegations of improper and excessive traffic stops and policing.
Before we go any further, let me remind you that the population for Brookside, Alabama is 12 or 1,300. Very, very few people in this town.
Yo, you know how little people that is, and then to top it off, they got one department, and you're driving the people crazy while the population is only 1,200. You know, like if you ripping people off, you ripping off at least 10%, 20% of the whole town.
Yeah.
Tossed out of their cars on the street, vehicles taken, had to walk to safety.
We're gonna deal with this, brother. We're gonna deal with this. What's your name?
I think
What's your name?
they were looking for easy target.
Alexis Thomas takes us back to the day she and her mother, Shakitha, were arrested by officers in Brookside, Alabama in 2022. Both sent to jail, both their cars towed and impounded, costing them thousands of dollars. Pulled over because her mother's car
Did you see those numbers? I think he puts the numbers back up.
had a broken tag light. Thousands of dollars.
Let's go back to this. Look at the amount of money they extorted.
Look at that. 1,000. This is between three people.
Yeah.
400, 2,400, and 1,000. $4,000 between three people. Now remember, the town only consists of like 1,300 people. Well, 3 of the 1,300 hate you already.
From these people. If you got a $2,459 thing that you had to pay to get your car out of impound, if you got a $500, do you realize that more than 50 or 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? This would break them. This would put them under. The entire family would suffer. If this isn't economic terrorism, I don't know what is.
Pulled over because her mother's car had a broken tagline.
What's going through your mind?
Oh my God. I was terrified. What is really going on here?
According to a pending class action lawsuit, the city allegedly deployed its police department not to protect the public, but to generate revenue, boosting its budget 640% with fines and forfeitures in 2 years. Purchasing this armor.
That means if they were making 100,000 because of what they're doing, they're making 600,000. That's 500,000 off of ripping people off, and 100,000 the right way.
To me,
armored vehicle and named its department's canine.
Hold on, pause right there. There you
go. I feel all these precincts and sheriff's departments and all this other shit need clean sweeps to where they're hiring qualified officers, not just any old body that passed the test. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree.
That has to change.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
In order to do that, you need to have people skills. You know what I mean? You have to know how to talk. You have to know how to defuse situations. You have to know how to think fast, sharp, with decision making.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's obvious that
you're doing your job, but you still have to have empathy and to figure things out and all that. Don't sleep because a criminal could rock you to sleep, but some fucking YouTube video showing old ladies getting Rodney King by cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. The obviously they letting people become cops that shouldn't be cops, because if you had all cops, like if you were filtering the police force better, you wouldn't have all these lawsuits. Put it like this: it shouldn't be where they come to me and say a policeman did something wrong and I'm not shocked. It's literally to the point where, like, if somebody came up to me and said that a policeman did something horrible, disgusting, I'm beyond not shocked. I'm like, oh well, what do you expect? That's how they are. That's crazy that our protectors, we hear that our so-called protectors did something vile and disgusting, and we're like, oh well, what do you expect from them? They're like that. That's the norm.
That don't have to be the norm. That don't have to be the norm. That's fucked up. That is.
You said something?
I said that doesn't have to be the norm, but it's fucked up.
No, it shouldn't be the norm. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to point out. That like how horrible is it that we should be shocked? Like when they come to us and tell us one of our protectors did something vile and disgusting, we should be like, oh man, they keep it so official. I can't believe that. You get what I'm saying? But it's not like that. And you're right. It shouldn't be.
When the last time you heard a child say you want to be a policeman or a fireman or a doctor?
Yeah, man. I feel like almost like they're rebelling almost, like, and like they just don't care. they could get smacked with a complaint, a lawsuit. They're like, it don't matter because we're backed by the people that are higher up. And I don't want to, because when, like I told you, usually when the presidential election comes along, I don't like neither of my choices almost every time.
Yeah, it's just one
So
of the
like
lessons.
I'm not gonna act like Trump is any better than Biden or Biden's any better than Trump. But all I'm trying to point out is that at the end of it all, the policemen got the backing of the government.
Yeah.
And they act like they're gonna correct them and everything, but how long has it been? When are you finally gonna make it right?
Yeah.
The government keeps promising that they're gonna make the they're gonna make it where the policemen, actually abide by the rules, but it never happens. It's just and down south is worse. In New York, they'll railroad you, but like down south it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm gonna hit play.
They love to dangle this kind of stuff in your face. We are going to rip you off. We're going to buy all these goodies. We're going to name our dog Cash as we lift cash out of your pockets.
Cool. And naming its department's canine Cash.
Something's not right.
Wandalin Given is a member of the Alabama House of Representatives, whose district includes Brookside. After receiving thousands of complaints, she helped pass a new state law 2 years ago, capping the amount of traffic.
You see, she's a gangster. And let me hit my man with his well-deserved like. And if you guys like this kind of content, go check out Here's the Deal. That's a good man right there. He's fighting for our rights. So let me get that out the way and let's hit play.
Traffic citation revenue, cities can collect the 10% of their budgets.
Wait a second. Traffic citation revenue is roadside extortion. It's taxation by citation is what they're going to say in this, and I completely agree. So they're basically saying you can only extort 10%. We got a 10% cap on extortion. And then listen to what they say will be done to the rest of the revenue if they go over 10%.
Ticket revenue generated above that sent to a state-run crime victims compensation fund. The legislation received bipartisan support in a Republican-led legislature.
So if your extortion goes above 10%, if your evil goes above 10%, if your theft goes above 10%, then we're going to take the proceeds of that theft and we're going to put it into a good fund, a fund that's going to do good things. It's going to help victims. Why don't you stop the theft in the first place, and then there won't.
Why don't you just stop the theft in the first place and you won't have to help them out? Yo, when he went to say it, like, it was in my head, and he's like, he spoke it for me. Yeah, stop ripping the people off and you won't have to pay them. You won't have to give them the lousy 10% that you're kicking them back after you took 90% of it and put it in your pocket.
They get the okay to do shit like that under the books and all that, under the table shit.
Yeah, that qualified immunity.
Be any victims in order for you to collect a fund for it. It'd be like me. I have, let's say I live in a neighborhood and the neighbor to my right has a little son named Timmy who's a quadriplegic and he needs some medical equipment so that he can have a better life. And then I go to my other neighbor and I steal his stuff so that I can provide for Timmy. Yeah, it was a good thing that I provided for Timmy, but I did something evil in the process. Why don't we just not do that evil thing and find other ways to help Timmy? Why don't we not approve of any kind of extortion, including just 10%? All right, police department, you can commit 10% roadside piracy operations. But if you go above that, then we're going to put that into a fund to do good things as you are doing bad things. This is lunacy.
Law enforcement agencies literally.
And the crazy thing is that the amount that they take from the people is a giant source of their income. So if they stop doing it, the town might go broke. That's how much they depend on their theft.
Calling me from across the state of Alabama and throughout the nation to say, listen, we're good cops. We're not bad cops. Those are bad cops.
And Brookside.
That is such BS, because how many Brookside Alabamas, and they're going to talk about Lenox, Georgia here in a second, but how many Brookside Alabamas are there all across the country? Every single one of them are revenue generators. So if they were really good cops, there would be no such thing as road piracy operations and economic terrorism on the public roadways.
Was the catalyst for this legislation.
Absolutely.
My man don't play. He don't play at all. He goes hard for the people. He said economic terrorism.
Brookside exists everywhere. There's a Brookside in every state.
300 miles away, ticketed drivers share similar outrage about a small police department in Lenox, Georgia.
And now Lenox, Georgia only has a population of 750, half the population of Brookside, Alabama.
Smaller
generates
by half.
even more revenue from traffic citations.
Like they were looking.
More revenue with.
They're taking more money from a town that has half the population. How do you do that?
Half
the way they doing it.
The people.
For charge.
That's crazy.
Just to stack upon us.
It's crazy. I mean, they're pulling people over left and right. It definitely seemed like he was coming after me. I was a cash cow.
We uncovered nearly 73%.
Look at nobody's safe, boy. You know, those weren't minorities, and they still get it. Listen, man. You know, granted, they do stereotype and how you call it I forget the word I'm looking for, but anybody could get it. An old lady could get it. An old white lady could get it. They don't care. Once they start power tripping, if you don't agree with them, they will give you the business.
They be fishing. They call that shit fishing. They just hope to catch
Lennox's budget came.
You know what I mean? They hope to catch them.
Yeah, like you seen the 3. Yep.
From traffic fines in 2022. To put that in perspective, Brookside's fines and forfeitures made up around 49% of its budget before Alabama changed the law.
Hey, Lenox, what's your claim to fame as far as your police department is concerned? Oh, we're twice as bad as Brookside, Alabama.
3%.
While state law enforcement can revoke speed detection.
Lenox, Georgia's talks to Brookside, Alabama at a party and is like, hold my beer. Watch this.
Permits. If it can prove cities are writing excessive speeding tickets for profit, Georgia does not cap the amount of revenue municipalities can collect from traffic citations.
To put it shortly, Georgia's state laws incentivize municipalities to use their police departments and their code enforcers to police for profit and for taxation by citation.
Jabez Ashvili is an
The other place has a cap where after 10%, whatever they take from the traffic stops and everything goes to a fund. In the other place in Lenox, they don't even have a cap. So there's no incentive for them to finally stop. Like when you're in the other town, after 10%, there's no real incentive because it's going to go to a fund pot. So in the other town, there's no reason for them to stop because everything goes in their pockets. So at all times in Lenox, are they trying to rip you off when you're in your car? In the other town, after they hit their 10%, most likely they slow up or stop. But in the other town,
everybody gets paid. The toll niggas get paid. The motherfucking sanitation gets paid. Everybody that got to come through get paid for some bullshit.
Yeah. Yes, literally, probably the town wouldn't survive without the thievery.
attorney with the Institute for
Well,
Justice.
not even the town, the cops.
According to this report produced by the civil rights organization, Georgia ranks as the
Town
worst
will be fine because that's people they're taking the money from. But the police department would suffer.
state in the country with laws that enable or encourage taxation through citation, largely because
And Georgia has the poorest people in the
Yeah,
country.
why would you do
The
that?
police prey on poor people in a poor state.
You hear this, man? He's here telling y'all right now. Not only are they, it's highway robbery. They're robbing them blind, and it's the poorest. It's probably in the percentiles, probably the one of the top 5 worst neighborhoods economy wise, and those are the people you're choosing to rip off. Why don't you go rip off Beverly Hills or Jamaica Estates? And don't rip them off neither. Don't rip off nobody. But I'm just saying, like, why would you go to like Bed-Stuy, Watts, Compton, Brownsville, Memphis, and go extort them, and they don't even got money, and then the people in Beverly Hills are safe because you don't want to mess with them. They'll get their lawyers on you. They probably connected.
All that shit is bogus. Like, all right, why they come to us for fucking donations and charities and shit? Let all these celebrities and motherfuckers do this shit. They got money that they blow every day. Every day. That shit
They too busy. Go ahead,
they
my
got
bad.
cars that they crash, they wrap it and fucking leave it on the scene. That could have fucking created a building for a whole neighborhood and housed many people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or
Look at
something.
Hush money that they pay people because they do some messed up stuff to them, and they don't want them to tell, so they give them $1 million, $2 million, hush money. That's how they get away with not getting charges pressed on them, and that's how people go on. But like you said, man, I'd rather see that money, you know what I'm saying, go to a kid who ain't eating right, who don't got clothes to, who might not want to go to school because he don't feel like he got the right clothes. You know what I'm saying?
That's where a lot of that money needs to go to, first of all. Go to all these public schools, fix these schools, fix these abandoned buildings and shit.
That's right. Make.
That's a start. That ain't just that's it, but that's a start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make it where the kids have plenty, so they don't have to try to do foul stuff to get stuff.
Open these abandoned buildings up. The motherfuckers that need to have somewhere to live, they'll clean that shit up and all that for free if you give them room and board. They'll do that shit. Give them the tool.
Yeah. I'm good with a nice house, man. People gotta buy 700-acre mansions and it's just crazy. People
that's the Tuesday house. What?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Tuesday.
I was watching something the other day, right? It's a lady. She's like a specialist about economics, and she said that it don't matter, like it's in people's nature, like unless they're in tune with like their subconscious. But most people, when they get, instead of not wanting because they finally got, they go after it more, and they're never content. And it's not a problem if you're ambitious because you're broke. But if you're rich and you're still just as ambitious, it's almost like you're trying to like not leave none for anybody else type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is set up for it to be that way.
Yes,
everything
it seems so.
now is set up for it to be that way. You know what I mean? They want everybody. Fuck that. I do that for Dolo. I don't need nobody. Fuck friends. Fuck everybody. Fuck that. I do it myself. Fuck that.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the trend.
The money got them gassed.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you got people that never had it.
As municipalities operate.
When they get it, when they finally get it, it feels good. And they don't want to give it up. So they're going to want more because they come from the bottom.
Yeah.
The bottom.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes, you got to be careful. At one point, like this is my thing. Like there wasn't a point where Elon Musk said you know, not him directly. Even let's just say a man with that kind of money. It didn't come to a point where he hit like $1 billion and said, "Man, I got so much. I'm gonna take half of my bread and give it to people that are starving and everything, and I still got 500 million."
Look at
That never
this.
happened.
Look, fucking.
These people don't think like that. I think like that.
Quincy Jones died, right? And I think he had like 6, 7, 8 kids, right? And I think he left them 8 mil or 80 mil a piece. You know how much money that is, Spank?
Yeah.
How can you give each of your kids 80 mil, son? How much
that's
fucking
OD.
money you got? How much money you got? You got 7 kids, not one child, 2, 3, 7 of them. 80 mil a piece.
Crazy. Yeah, man.
That's not even mentioning his estate and shit like that and things he owns.
Yeah, and I don't even tell people how to spend their money or nothing. But let me tell you something. This is the crazy shit. That dudes that have 150 million and run through it. How do you do that?
I don't know how to do
it. I'm not trying to I know, listen, when you young, you be tricking and you be wilding. So I'm not trying to I'm trying to shit on any basketball players or sports figures or even rap artists, none of that. But literally, my man, I've made a decent salary before. I have an idea of you know what amount of money will make you feel straight. And my God, like you gonna run through? How can you run through 100 million? If I had 1 million, I swear it would last me 20 years, 30 years. You know, like I said, man, 1 Bentley ain't enough. 2 Bentleys ain't enough. 3 Bentleys ain't enough. Let me tell you something. I could understand if you collected the cars and resold them. You know what I'm saying? Like when I mess with the cards, it's so I could make money with them and look out for people and take care of my stuff.
That's investments.
Right, exactly. And then it's not to keep forever. I don't want to take it with me to the grave, and I don't want to give my one son $175 billion. You know, if I had, like you said, you seen how you said Quincy Jones 80 million each. If that was me, it would have been more like 10 million each, and the other 350 million would have went to the poor. And I would have made sure it got to the right people. I would, you know, that's another thing. When you do charities and stuff, you know, like if you're the person donating, you better follow that, because if you trust in the next man to get the money from point A to point B, I don't know about that. If you know, if I donated a certain amount, I would be watching and making sure that nobody takes and puts a little in their pocket. Make sure that gets to the kid that's starving. You know, and if you so messed up, homie, that stick it in your pocket, tell me. You know what I'm saying? We could make sure you straight too. Everybody should be straight.
It's a way to do everything, right? So if you can successfully do that, like charity to the needy or individual, then here comes the fucking infiltration. The
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The hate.
You know what I mean? They're gonna fuck that up. They're gonna fuck that
hate.
up.
Why you doing that? Then we're gonna have to do it too. You're looking too good. You're shining too hard.
Right. It's goodness.
Yep.
Little kids ain't starving on their way to school. They not starving no more.
Yeah, just because you did something good and you wanted
little man in them could change their drawers. They got more drawers. You know what I mean?
You mad at me? You mad at me because I gave people who don't got nothing something, and because it made me look good, just to kill my shine. And you don't care about taking food out their mouths, nothing. Just so that's how selfish people are. What do they call it?
You remember when Meek Mill was getting a little like scrutiny from motherfuckers because he went to the hood and he was giving the little kids like $20 and shit like that. You seen that?
Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see that one.
Okay, so he
Go
got it's not verbatim, you know what I mean? But he was like that
but he was catching heat.
Yeah, he couldn't do it because he didn't say why, but when you think about it, them niggas can't do that. They can't, them celebrities can't do that. It ain't their money. You know what I mean? All that shit is contractual contract.
Yeah,
like you got a black card, but that shit.
Some of the stuff could be tied up. It could be tied up in businesses and stuff like
that. You can't spend that.
Yeah.
Because why can a nigga go to the club and blow 50,000 one night on some bitches, but he can't go to the hood. He can't go to the hood and feed three or four project buildings worth of people.
Let's just keep it 100. Dudes is cheap. Mofos is cheap. That's it. Period. Straight up and down. Stop being cheap, man. Stop acting like it'll kill you to buy somebody a coffee or something, man.
Yeah.
I know people that be like, why should I help them? And I'm like, I don't. You know how it is, man. You got to keep your circle official. If I heard, look, I'm gonna give you an example. I got a homie, right? And he told me one time that he blessed his man with some gear or something. And he found out that his man gave the gear to some other people who needed it. He got mad over that. And in my head, me and my bro, we were like, why would that bother you? You know what I'm saying? It not only did you give it to the dude, he found other people that are even worse off that could use it. Just showed his true colors a little bit.
It ain't like he sold it or some shit. He did.
No, he gave it to people that are poverty stricken.
But he returned the favor by keep returning it. You feel me?
Yeah, and he caught feelings because he didn't keep it for himself.
Yeah, but when you you get older, some people, it takes for them to get older to think, rational and have common sense and shit.
That's like if I had a bunch of polo gear, right? And I said, yo, Preme, here, take this. You know what I'm saying? I did some spring cleaning. I don't fit this. I know this is your size. I never wore this. This is all like brand new. Take all this, right? And then I come see you, and you're like, oh, a couple of my family members, they live over there in Crown Heights or whatever, and I hit him so he could hit his little man, him, and they came up because they was looking messed up, and I get tight because you didn't keep it for yourself.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense.
It does, because what you gave me might be sentimental to us. You feel me?
It wasn't because of that. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. In that case, it might be a little different, but that wasn't why.
So
it was more slow.
How I would have did it is like the shit you gave me, I'd keep, because that's you doing the solid to me. So I go in my shit, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Let the world go
if I
around.
thought it was sentimental, let me tell you something. If I thought it was a sentimental thing, I wouldn't have even told the story. You know why? Right. I told it because it's not because of sentiment. It's because he's a crab.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
You know what it is. I wouldn't have even have let me tell you something. I'm official because I still wouldn't blow the person up. You ain't even hear me say no names. Most likely he wouldn't even see this. I still wouldn't drop a name drop, and I wouldn't judge him because people make mistakes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's hit play for a second. Watch the rest of this one out.
All right.
Their own traffic courts.
So this is wholly counterproductive to the notion of police protecting and serving, and instead turns police into revenue collectors for themselves and for the town.
We uncovered Lennox is among 17 cities in the state that rely on 25% or more of their budgets from traffic citation revenue. The majority in South Georgia, including Warwick, Morven, and Poland.
Warwick, 64% of their revenue comes from roadside extortion practices. Think about that.
Crazy.
I wonder what the population of Warwick is.
The tax base for rural Georgia is declining.
Attorney Tommy Coleman represents.
Notice what that guy just called the people? They called the people the tax base. The tax base is declining because the tax base is constantly getting shaken down on Georgia roadways. So they're like, you know what? Screw that. I already get enough taxes taken out of my paycheck. I don't need any more. We're going to go to a different place where they're going to tax me less.
Some of those South Georgia cities.
Cities and counties in Georgia and other places ought to be able to master of their own destiny. They ought to be able to control their own revenue. And
when you look at the numbers, do you think that
the population of Warwick, Georgia is 492?
This impacts trust in law enforcement.
492.
I'm sure it does for the people who got the ticket.
They are supposed to protect us, serve and protect us.
Back in Brookside, Alabama, a judge dropped all of the charges against Shakitha and her daughter, but the damage was already done.
It made me really, really not like the police. I'm just gonna be honest.
I'm nervous all the time.
I was gonna say every time I go anywhere, I'm nervous. I don't want. If a police get behind me, I instantly have to report.
A department accused of taking advantage of its authority, impacting trust in law enforcement, something Alabama lawmakers addressed to prevent from happening again. While its neighboring state has yet to take action. We reached out to attorneys representing the city of Brookside, but did not hear back. At least one Georgia lawmaker tells me he wants to find a legislative solution in response to our investigation.
How about punish criminals who commit crimes on the public roadways, whether they wear a uniform badge and carry a gun and pretend like they have the authority of the state or not?
How about you keep it 100?
Leave your thoughts about this for the world and global thought, please, in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and MRAP, an armored personnel carrier for a population of 1,200 in Brookside, Alabama. And then to add insult to injury, named their dog Cash, as they lift the hard-earned cash from the people they're supposed to be protecting and serving.
That's why
Fight for your rights.
People in there.
Stand for your rights. Flex your rights. If you don't flex your rights, you will lose your rights. I will see you in the next video.
So, yeah, man. This is not me saying it. People be like, yo, you hate on cops. I don't hate on cops shit. They hate on themselves. I don't need to do nothing. They doing a good job blowing themselves up.
That shit is crazy, man.
Yeah. Look at the type of shit you do. You know, and the three people they show were white people. They don't discriminate when it comes to money, boy. They take anybody's money. It's some dirty ass shit.
Yeah, they do it to everybody, but it's levels to each color. You know what I mean? And age too. You know what I mean?
Happened?
I said it ain't just like a racial thing, because they do it to all colors, but they just do it in other levels. Each color got a level of of the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Nobody gets treated worse than black folks in America. It's just the truth. Let me tell you something. I be careful. I'm a real person, so I know when I speak, I don't really, I don't sweat it too much because I know I'm always trying to be on some positive stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's not really listen, man, when you see an injustice, it don't matter who the injustice is placed on. You're supposed to fight for that group or that individual being violated. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a shit if it's a giant Chinese dude, black folks, Spanish folks. If they're being done greasy, I'm gonna want to stand up. That's it. Period. Yeah, because that's where it starts at. You know what I'm saying? The reason shit is messed up is because the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and they keep people oppressed.
Yeah, no doubt. So
I got another one for y'all. What you was gonna say?
It's a system.
Yeah, and I don't mess with it.
Yeah.
For a long time, I've been non-systematic, as best as I could be.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much be systematic or else. You get what I mean?
Right.
So it's hard to like go against the grain. All right, let me see. There was another one I wanted to show you. I seen one on J and DMX, but I don't know if I want to do that one. It's up to you too. It's a good one though too. It speaks for itself. I'm not there's another here too. Hold on 1 second. I got one that's a little more. Gonna have to type it in, I think. All right, I got one first. This one's a little more lighthearted because Cam be bugging out. Cam be having me laughing. All right. I think you're gonna dig this one too.
All right.
This brought back so many memories. When you remember when the COC was out and they just were 8 is enough and they turned into Children of the Corn. The Harlem dudes, Herb McGruff, Big L. Right. So I'm gonna play one of the videos. They talk about all that stuff. I don't know why it's taking so long for that. Hold on 1 second. I got it.
Just filling in the
Whatever,
part.
bro. Niggas gonna be mad because my time.
It's coming on right now. Big L was wild.
Yeah.
His name was Lee. Coming on. Right
they need to be here, and they're super duper talent. I've never understood how niggas die and get more followers after they die than when they alive. Like, that ain't a fact.
No, that ain't true.
That's a, yeah, nigga, no. So I was like, yo. So I'm just when we share some stories.
What you talking about, the Big L story?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. I was gonna bring that up because they got Big L fans, but we grew up with him. It was a time that Mason was telling me, and I got to the block late that day. I'll tell you how Big Lee tried to extort me. His brother tried to extort me. I got a whole song about it, actually. I was gonna save it for the freestyle. But Mace was telling me, and I got to the block late, and I seen him little. I told him, like, what's up? He like, yo, Big L just tried to get us robbed.
Get me robbed.
So Big L tried to get you robbed. How did that go? How did that work? Or why do you even think that?
I know to each his own, but why does Mace have on a cowboy hat?
Mace has always been weird to me. Like, to me, Mace a little slow, but when I hear him speak, he's not slow.
I'm sorry. I just had to. Yeah, I think he got sugar in his tank. I think he got sugar in his tank. Definitely. They ain't no. As a matter of fact, he might have been one of P Diddy's first. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Cam they already had that shit. Cam
and I'm
dude though in the bathroom with Mace.
Right. All right. Wow. Yes.
Diddy crib.
Yes, he said that himself, Cam. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. See, look, you see, and I don't want to. That's crazy. See, I don't want to be talking spicy about people, even though me and them don't have no acquaintance or nothing. And I still don't want to be talking spicy.
No, but what I just said, that's in the public. That's them coming out of their mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying that I be trying to be so politically correct that it's like I didn't even want to say that I'm I don't care. I say what I want to say, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't want to go there if it hadn't been said already, and you came out of nowhere and said, man, Cam already blew him up, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right. That when he said that he came out the bathroom and that the dildo, yeah. And he wasn't just saying Puff neither. Cam was saying Mace too.
Yeah. And he's like,
he's
like, yo,
yeah,
I don't know. That's the homie shit.
Yeah, yo, Cam is wild. One thing about Cam, he don't be hating on nobody. He's on some real like let a person live type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't be worrying about other people. He be saying it too. He be like, I'm not the kind of person that be worrying about other people and how they move and what they do. That's not my business. And that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna play my man right here in the cowboy hat. Yo, you know what's crazy too? Listen, Mace got a verse on the Motherless Child freestyles, and he goes, I represent them brothers who be dogging them tricks. So if you's a real man, don't be hogging your bitch. Get the sex, then kick out like the ex. She wouldn't mess with you if you didn't have a Lex. It makes no sense how hoes lamp getting bent. Screwing in their house while they man pay the rent. So if you got a sexy hoe, let her go. You never know. For the cheddar, yo, she might be giving head for dough. I flip stacks to get that big black 96 act. Then go to my ex house and ask for my shit back. Used to mean a lot. I give you cream the shop. Bought you everything you got, from them jeans to the watch. I even let the bitch with the beam out the lot. And but I'm just saying, like, he wrote such an ill rhyme about like being in a relationship and cheating and all this and that. Yeah. He really had me thinking like he was a Mac Daddy with the chicks at that time. You know what I mean? But he might have been speaking about he might not have been speaking about Mary. he might have been speaking about Marlon. Nah, I don't know. It don't matter to me. That's like I said it too. That shit ain't my business as long as you're not looking at me or violating. It's not my business. You know what you do. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got respect, respect is everything.
Yeah.
Yo, lose the cowboy hat, Mace. Sorry.
Back to the first time. So the first time,
hold on, he tried to get you robbed on numerous.
But look at Pharrell too. I didn't understand the Smokey the Bear hat neither.
Niggas is weirdos, man. Niggas is weirdos.
Yeah, yo, listen, man. You know how many fools went out and got themselves a Smokey the Bear hat after Pharrell wore it? You know, people just follow people. Like, you can't tell that shit looks stupid. I mean, in my opinion, you know, I know if one of my people would have rolled up with a Smokey the Bear hat after, that's a Smokey the Bear hat that he was wearing. That's one of those Canadian mountain hats.
Right.
Yeah.
Some shit, niggas.
Numerous occasions.
I mean,
Yeah. They be riding the horses on the Mounties.
Yeah.
If you go online right now, you will see a story about Fat Joe talking about how me and L got into it. You know, I told L, I knock you out, nigga. You fake it, nigga. You know I know you, nigga. God bless.
Yeah. God bless her.
He went and got Fat Joe on me. He went and got some Bronx niggas because he couldn't.
Before you on or when you
This was like when I first got on, because you know, and before we got on, it was like you know, he was with us everywhere and all of that. Not everywhere, but to Bobito and different places to rap. And then when I got on,
he's talking about the verse that I just spit. Remember when he said he took us to Bobito's?
Yeah.
That's the day they spit the Motherless Child freestyle. That's the one that I just sang. I represent them brothers who be dogging them tricks.
The whole wave changed. It was like, this is what it looks like when a nigga really get on. And pause. And then so me and L would get into it. And one time, because you want me to tell a story, so I got to tell the story. Yeah. He started using a few of my lyrics, like different compounds that I was using. That's when you make two words rap at the same time. So I checked the nigga.
Not just words, syllables.
Yeah, syllables. He started using my syllables. I'm like, yo, L. So then Gruff laughing and all that. Gruff like, y'all niggas need the box, you know?
Gruff gas shit like a motherfucker. Gruff, that boy Gruff now.
Go like murder, then that nigga go right there. Yeah. L looking like, what? So then me and L start talking. The conversation goes super left, you know. And then next thing I know, I'm in a tunnel, and then nigga Fat Joe comes up to me.
Hold on for people. Not a tunnel, that's a nightclub.
Yeah, the nightclub, the tunnel.
Right.
So Joe come up to me. I'm like,
and he mentions in a second that they were down with each other digging in the crates posse.
And then Joe see me, and Joe's like, and I ain't doing nothing to that nigga. That's Mace. You know what I'm saying? That's something y'all got going on. So
that's first, but hold on.
That was the first time.
But hold on, just so the audience stays on top.
Nice.
Big L and Fat Joe was kind of in a clique together, Lord Finesse and Buck Wilder, digging in the crates. So it may have been something alluding to that, just for the audience that doesn't know why Fat Joe would randomly
So then he's running with Fat Joe. You know, he called them niggas. First, he tried to talk to Party them, but I knew Party and them niggas. I knew Party Artie.
Yeah,
that was my nigga.
Yeah, Party Artie. I think Party died, right?
Yeah, he died.
Party was nice. Party was nice.
And Wally World and all those. He didn't know I knew them niggas from basketball, so it wasn't gonna go no further than that.
Right.
So then like a couple months later, we get into it again about something.
Yeah, and they both could hoop. At least I heard that they both dumb nice Mace and Cam.
Yeah.
And I think it was over a chick or something. And then this nigga Sham is walking to like 40.
Matter of fact, he said he's with God Shamgar, the famous basketball player who could dribble.
Yeah.
He was on the Wizards for a second, but he wasn't in the league too long. He used to play for Providence. He's known as probably the best dribbler ever.
Yeah.
First Street.
So just to put this,
he's saying that he's saying that Big L put some dude to book him for his watch, and he was literally with God Shamgar at the time.
Yeah.
And he said that God Shamgar's telling him, "Yo, Mace, up the watch." He said, "I don't want to get, I don't want to get hit because of you not giving up the watch." And Mace is on some it's his first rollie, and he's contemplating running watch.
Story into perspective. We all children in this park on 139th Street.
Yeah, we all chilling on 39th Street every day. So 39th to 40th. 40th to 39th.
Right.
So we walking up 40th.
So Mace is basically, I just want everybody to keep up with your story.
Yeah.
He's basically saying he's leaving that area, going somewhere else.
I'm leaving 40th Street. We got ices, we just paid for the truck. All the kids getting free ice cream on 139th. They all got on Mace Day t-shirts, So everybody's running up to the block like, yo, Mace is out there. So I parked my car on 40th, and we just walking through the hood. So, and it was my first rollie I got, like iced out. It's the first one. So I get around the corner on 40th, and I walk up 40th on 7th to 41st, and a Spanish nigga just run out of nowhere like, yo, give it up, nigga. I'm going to kill both of y'all niggas.
And when you say both, who you was with?
Me and Shamgar.
Shamgar is the coach.
Sham is standing like where Stat is. And people that know me know, they like, yeah, this nigga Mace played too much, bro. So he kind of got Sham. I'm looking at Sham like, he don't have me right now. He got the gun on you. We play basketball, so we pause. We communicate with our eyes like, nigga, I'm about to run. I got that look like Sham.
Right.
Yo, nigga.
Sham got the don't leave me look.
Sham got the look like, May stop playing. You know how Sham look like, May stop playing. So I'm like, I give him back the look, and this is happening in like 30 seconds.
Real time.
Fast communication. I'm looking at the nigga like, but this my first rolling.
Yeah.
I can't
First
just
one,
give this one up like
that.
So then Sham was like, yo, he rubbing his stomach. That mean like, come on, my nigga, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Pause. So I'm like, I'm going to take this watch off and I'm going to throw it because now the nigga done clacked it on us. We know he's serious. We didn't think he was serious first. Once he clacked it, I'm like, nah, I can't let him shoot Sham. So I take the watch off really slow. Sham like, man, stop playing. I'm taking it off like, should I? I'm thinking. The nigga said, yo, it's taking too long. He put the gun on Sham, so then I take the watch off. I'm like, this and got caught. That's what I'm really thinking. Got caught. So then I throw the watch by the back of the car wheel because I knew it was going.
They're wild young.
Yeah.
This is when they're very first getting on. They like 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
I remember when Cam and all of them did the Motherless Child freestyles at Barbito. They were all young. Cam wasn't even as nice as he had become. You could, you could notice that he was good, but as time went on, he got better. You know, the verses that he spit on the Motherless Child freestyles are banging, but he got even better as time went on. You know what I'm saying? But they're so young at this time. You know, I could say pretty much almost everybody I know that was you know, from a hood around that age was out there doing stuff they shouldn't have done. So I don't want to because I know Big L is not with us no more. He passed away. So, you know, I'm just letting people know that, you know, when Big L passed away, he was young, very young. You know, I don't know if he would have changed or wouldn't have changed, but he had time to change. You know what I'm saying?
On bounce off, pause. And when the watch fell, we just ran. But by the time we ran, the cops came from the left side. And before he can even pick the watch up, the cops had got the nigga. And then I'm like, man, bro, I just need my watch back, Sham. You owe me, bro.
Big L was never on your top 5 list of rappers from Harlem.
I was about to ask, what happened to
No,
the watch?
I got the watch back because it never when they tried to take it to the precinct, the cops just said, come and get it and get the watch back. But
he's speeding the story up. He's speeding the story up. They was like, we gonna need a statement. Mesa, I ain't making no statement.
Yeah, I left the watch down there for a couple of months because they was like, yo, we need a statement. I said, bro, I can't give you.
Yeah, he wasn't telling. I was like,
and then the detective was like, you want your watch back, you gotta tell us something. I said, I ain't gonna get that watch.
Yeah. But you got it back.
And he was young and he kept it official. A lot of
He just said you got it back. How you get it back?
Oh, he said finally after he wouldn't give up the names or nothing for a while. I'm gonna let it play. A matter of fact.
And then to make a long story short, the guy was like, "Yo, the case was over. They gave us back the watch." And it was like a week later we found out that it was Big L, and that just messed up everything. Cause I'm like, "Yo, this nigga's hating big time, bro." So they didn't kill her like that's why he ain't in my top 5.
Right. So, and I know we run out of time, but to give people a closure, like I said, Big L, I grew up. That's my brother too, and
Big L is our brother.
That's
too,
our brother. But listen, and Macy, the thing about it is just to break down areas of Harlem. I'm from 40th and 39th.
Yeah.
Mace is from all over Harlem, so even when he came to my block, niggas knew him so he started hanging on my block even when I'm not there. So he was well accepted even when I'm not around. So you can see him with pictures with Big Lee, Big Al. I'm not even nowhere in the pictures. After you guys got robbed, or almost robbed, what was it like going back over there to that neighborhood the same day, the next day? You say you left your car there.
Yeah.
What was it like having to see L or no L or whatever?
No, I ain't see the nigga. You know, the nigga started standing on the other side. That's when he started standing on the other side of 39th.
Right.
So everybody's like, nobody else knew why the nigga was over there, but he would be like on the other side of the other street. And I know niggas get mad when you tell these stories, but it's the truth. I'm not lying, nigga. I take a lie detector test. He was standing on the other side. So if Lennox chicken stores on this side, that's when he starts standing.
On the uptown side, you're saying?
Yeah, on the uptown side. Niggas like, what is he doing?
Right.
That's why he was over there, because we was on the other side. And he was acting like we didn't know. But we knew.
Right. And listen, people, Mace is right. Some people are like, that's fucked up. He's not here defending stuff. We're just...
To be honest with you, he said he found out that Big L was the one that lined them up, and they were across the street from each other, and he still wasn't trying to do harm to Big L. So that means that Mace either gave him a pass or didn't want problems, or a combination of both. You know, he just got put on. He probably don't want to do nothing, or maybe he was even nervous of them. You know, I don't know, but at the end of it all, he knew that it was him, and he didn't try to do nothing to him. So, you know, now that they're telling the story 30 years later, it's not that deep. And even back then when he had did it to him, he wasn't sweating vengeance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, shit is wild, man. You know, I ain't gonna get into nothing because that's Harlem shit, and I don't know the whole ins and outs. I've seen stories, but you know, that's their stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? Right. Rest in peace, Big L. You know, the streets turn people, you know, into you know, we makes people hungry sometimes. People become wolves, and that's that. You know. You know, some people, even though they go through the tough environment, they still manage to maintain a you know, even with a empty with an empty stomach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so let me stop this. They done pretty much. Let me stop this right here. Yeah, man. But the first one was about how the cops is taking money from people that can't even make ends meet.
Right.
You know, and then the second one was about, you know, Big L lining up Mace. You know, so it's a long time, man. When they were going through that, I was probably 20 years old. That's like 28 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't believe all that time has passed.
Yeah.
What year did they drop the Motherless Child freestyles on Barbito? Let me
Well, you
see. I
talking
get the
about the
answer.
Barbito days when it counted, so that had to be like 07 or something around that era.
Yeah, I'm gonna see right now. I'm see if the
That's
Google.
mixtape era type shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, like 5, 6, or 7. You know what I mean? Or 8.
What year was the Motherless Child freestyles on Barbito with Big L, Cameron, Mace? Oh, because it said the wrong thing. Hold on, let me fix this. Yeah, now we should get an answer. 93.
93?
Yeah.
Shit, I was way off.
It's 24 plus 7, 31 years ago. Wow. Look, they got it right here, the freestyles, I think.
Yeah, I was way off.
I know it back to front. Yo, here's another smooth song, so get your groove on, violate, and try to fake jacks, and you get moved on. Peace to all the brothers with the $1,000 jewels on, pushing rides with full length minks with gated shoes on. I'm known for rocking tours. Picture me mopping floors, only mess with keys and not the kind that be locking doors. The kind of brother who be gaming your freaks. While you out working hard, I'm putting stains on your sheets and sporting Gucci and Gucci. That's my duty. F a big booty groupie, need a fruity cutie hoochie with lots of Lucci. This goes up to my niggas uptown, downtown, midtown, across town, and out of town. I be the Mike Walker, rap enforcer, beat walker, street walker. You remember when I put it on with the Kid Capri, Mr. MVP is back to take over the industry. My cash flow don't get low, it just increased. Whoever try to take mine will rest in peace. I keep a stone look, peace to every known crook. Not those that go to jail and can't hold their own and come home shook. On 139 and Lennox, niggas all bananas. We got bad manners. Cops can't stand us. That's why they try to jam us. But I hate Jake. They mad because I make papes. I'm large like the Great Lakes with drug spots in 8 states. I'm chilling, making sure this money is right. Sipping Sunny Delight, hitting heavy honey in sight. And I want to smoke Pataki and Rudolph Julie like a woolly. I keep a toolie for any mooly who act fooly. What I recite be taking hours to write. So if you bite, just kind of tell your man what kind of flowers you like. So bloodshed. Then blood, the one that passed away that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
He's on the freestyles. He comes on next. He goes, yo, blood's out for presidents. When I roll through your residence, you're hesitant. Is it because you know that I represent Harlem, USA, nigga? Ain't nothing to say or do. Fuck around, I slay your crew, your baby boo, and maybe you. Rest in peace, bloodshed. Rest in peace, Big L, man.
Word. Salute to the legend.
I used to love those freestyles on Preme. I remember Cam's verse too. He goes, I went to Texas, lethal, caught wreck with people who had injected evil. Yeah, he got better since then. Those verses aren't as good as the verses he started spitting after on the albums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's pen game gets better, I think. Every guy that I know that rhymes, their first rhymes are hard.
When you're around a bunch of nice niggas too, that shit, you know, it comes on them.
Yeah, you heard that he said he got mad at Herb McGruff for the I mean, he said he was, who was he said that he was stealing the line from? Oh, that May said that L was stealing his line.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Forget being around nice niggas, that shit gonna happen.
Yeah, he got better. Yeah, you're right about that too, because he was around a bunch of, they were already nice before him. It's true. Big L, Lord Finesse. You know, if you notice, Big L sounds like Lord Finesse a little bit.
Yeah, but that's who he got it from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of
That's
them
his.
niggas will tell you, like McGruff and them niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the 8 is enough. They were their inspiration.
Right.
You know, if you in the same like group, it's all right if y'all use each other's flows, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You could tell that's the lingo.
You know, what I was gonna say. Yo, listen, I gotta get out of here. You know, it's another episode with Preme Boogie.
Yeah. You're ready.
I like the 2 topics. The 2 topics was cool. Next time we come through, we're gonna see what Preme's gonna bring to the show to talk about.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it's gonna be the ball gonna be in your court next time.
All right.
All right.
No doubt. I want to salute everybody that check in. Everybody that, you know, press like and subscribe. Also, if you can, take time out to watch a few of my dude videos. Comment. You know what I mean? We need all the feedback. Negative, positive. All opinions matter. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Until then,
Yo.
like I said earlier, happy fucking New Year's. Happy holidays. Happy new everything. May you succeed and achieve everything we got on that list. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, thanks too, because I'll be forgetting sometimes. Word, man, mash up that like button, man. Word up.
Hit that bell notification shit, man. Hit that shit. Bake the button, man.
Yeah, I could use some watch hours. Word, pick the longest video and put it to play, man. Find the longest one. I think I got one that's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Watch that bad boy for me. Yo, I'm gonna let you go, brother, man.
You already.
All right, much love, brother. I'm gonna catch you tomorrow.
I love the shit out of you, my G. You already.
I love you too, brother.
Yeah.